So we're going to the right a little bit. Oh, there's lightning. Hold on a second. I didn't know I was going to be flying through a deadly storm. Now hold on a second. This wasn't part of the deal. I was just supposed to fly. I was just supposed to drop off some batteries. That's all. This is crazy. Okay, we're 1,400 meters above the surface. Let's see if we can get a little lower here. Oh boy, I don't want to go that high. Uh-oh. Gyro stabilizer damaged. Oh, we're going crazy. Oh boy. Uh-oh, it's getting bad. We got 3 minutes to land. Okay, we're losing all sorts of control. Gyro stabilizer's damaged from the storm. Okay, this is Dino 1. We have a mid-air event. I don't want to say it's Mayday, but little help. I'm gonna need a tow truck. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back. It is good to see you here for Frontier Pilot Simulator, a game where, of course, we're piloting cargo and passengers on a foreign planet, basically a space trucker. If you like American Truck Simulator, Flight Simulator X, or even X-Plane 11, or cargo planes, or transport in general, maybe games such as Elite Dangerous, this is the game for you. Today we're taking a look at this game as there is something new and special that people have been wanting, and thousands of requests have come in for, of course, the coveted first-person pilot cockpit mode. Yeah, check that out. We can now finally fly our aircraft from this cockpit mode. Right now we're in the second largest ship available in the game, and I'm going to go and grab the biggest of the big boys so we can take off from this giant runway here and start doing some jobs. So if you want to see more of this game, make sure you show your support, and you can get this game, of course, available on Steam now, and it is a quite an interesting and very cool simulator where you can transport all sorts of different types of cargo, and there's weather conditions and a lot of things to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and literally start rolling here. I'm going to go under manual power, which is like our powered wheels rather than firing up the engines, and we have motors in our wheels, so we can go and take a look at the cockpit, or rather the hangar from the cockpit, which is new too. So there's been new cockpits, new cameras, trading systems been revamped, and there's also hangar optimizations too. So there's been a lot of updates to the game as people have been requesting, so hopefully this is a good stop for us. We can switch the cameras by pressing circle too, so we can actually see underneath the wing or behind the tail, that type of thing. But we'll go into this third-person mode here for now, just so we can see the plane. This actually is a custom one that I've been playing in a few other episodes that you may have seen. So if you want to see more of this game, make sure you check the channel for different playlists and videos. Right now the hangar is going to zoom out and pick us up. And this, of course, is the way to switch aircraft or do repairs or whatnot. Looks really nice, nicely detailed. And, yeah, actually, I see a little bit more detail than before. Also, they revamped the interior system for getting upgrades and everything, so things are much more clean and look really, really good. They've done a nice job with this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the balena, which I think is a whale. I think it's Spanish for whale, but there's also the scarab, which is the very small one, and the ox, too, which we're in right now. So let's switch to the big boy, and there she is, right there, right on the runway. All right, fully recharged and ready to go. I think we can actually roll out onto the runway, and if we press square, we can go into aircraft mode, and we can literally take off like a helicopter, or we can take off like a jet. And I think taking off like a jet is just going to be the coolest. So let's do that. Let's roll out onto the runway and get ready for takeoff. We'll also pick a location to go to. There are some locations, a lot of locations, that you have to land kind of like a helicopter. For example, there's oil rig-like structures out in the ocean, and we can go ahead and deliver goods or pick up goods from those. But then there's also giant mines and other things that have these long runways, which I find to just be the most epic. We might need every little bit of inch of the runway for this big boy, so I'm just going to back her in. We're going to execute a 32-point turn. So let's go all the way back there, and then we're going to get ready for takeoff. Cool thing is, too, you can see people, I think, on occasion standing around. And there's a lot of life to these bases. Even though you're not really seeing too many people like out and about because it is a foreign planet, you can see that there's some stuff going on. You can hear, welding in the background and announcements on loudspeakers and things. This is a planet where we're, mining minerals from. The world has come up here to get different things and do research and that type of thing. So, all right, from first-person cockpit mode, our first takeoff. Let's go ahead and extend our wings. Let's see. Actually, I think all the interiors of these aircraft are the same, too. So whether we're in the... oh, look at that. It actually pulls back a little bit when you go into... oh, that's kind of neat. So when I press square and the wings deploy, it actually goes into this kind of zoomed out mode. That's kind of helpful. So, yeah, I think all the interiors are the same. They are pretty good detailed, I must say. We kind of got a nice flight suit. We're kind of in, like, this weird camo thing. Very cool. I don't think the arms or anything moved just yet, but this is a big improvement and definitely something that everybody wanted. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and prepare for takeoff. Going Going to go ahead and mark our next target or our next location. And I can't quite remember. There are a lot of areas to land in this game. I think there's actually one, I think, over here, like a volcano base, where they have a really cool, like almost a mobile aircraft carrier, but it's in the desert. Like it's got treads and everything that you can actually land on. So some real unique places you can go to. I think we'll go to North 1 and just see what's there. We might not be able to pick up cargo or whatnot, but really I just want to fly around and see kind of how it feels and everything like that. But this game is highly recommended by me. I really am enjoying this so far, the most amount of times that I played it. We've even streamed it, and it's just really fun. So without further ado, let us take off. Alright, engine ignitions. Alright, let's go ahead and prepare. Alright, there we go. Alright, maxing out everything. Alright. Let's go into third-person mode, too, just so you can see. Alright, whoa. Oh, cool, there's like this... Oh, I thought it was going to be a point-of-view camera. That's really cool. Woo, we did it! Well, let's look behind us. Let's see if we can... Oh, yeah, there you go. So there's the runway that we just took off from. Wow, that's beautiful. Alright, so let's swing her around then. We've got to get to our other destination. We are going, like, way too fast right now. Like, 200 meters per second. 1,300 meters is our altitude. Alright, let's swing her around. This is a big boy. So if we're hauling some heavy cargo, this ain't going to be as nimble. Right now we're empty, not hauling anything. I just wanted to take off and see kind of what it felt like. So, alright, let's go ahead and bring the nose down a little bit. And go towards our next objective, which is north. So let's go ahead and slow on down and enjoy our little putts over to North 1, which apparently is the mine over here. Kind of cool camera angles of the engines and everything like that. I do like that. Okay, I'm trying to get turned around here. I don't think I have control of the rudder, which kind of makes it a little bit of a pain. Is this actually the control? Ah, we're coming around. We're good. Alright, let's level it off. Kind of hard to see, but I'm actually using the controls in here and to make sure we're pointing the right direction. We should see that base on our left side in a second. And we're coming down quite quick, so let's speed up a little bit. Level ourselves off. We don't want to be too high altitude-wise either. Being a little lower to the ground is probably perfect. There we go. Boy, this thing is difficult to turn. There we go. And our target should be on the nose now. We're pretty close. There's the volcano we just took off from. So we can do a nice flyby from that. I am using a PlayStation 4 controller in order to control this, but you can also use a flight stick and throttle or the keyboard if you'd like to. I would recommend, though, getting like maybe a controller or something like that. I just need to make sure I've set up all my controls. Oh, and actually we're apparently going to break the sound barrier here. Wow, there we go. Alright, so our destination is on our left, and there is our... oh, there we go, breaking the sound barrier. Sweet. And there's the little base that we just took off from. So we can go there to get upgrades and get all sorts of different parts and everything like that. And it's very helpful to do that. So let's go ahead and slow down and get our altitude down a little bit. This is some, like, radioactive or microwave interference that happens on occasion. Let's drop down. Let's go back into cockpit mode and see what it's like. Yeah, this is nice, smooth sailing right now. Very big improvement. I wonder if that's some sort of a... You kind of see that wave in the... Is that some sort of a turbulence or some sort of wind or interference? Something like that? Not sure. They made some updates too. Boy, the clouds look good. Alright, so we're about 43 kilometers away from our destination. It's pretty much on the nose now. I did a pretty good job in turning this craft. It's been a little while since I played. Yeah, the engines are burning nicely. Good. Alright, very good. Yeah, just a beautiful looking game. I think I have the graphical settings on the highest as well. Doesn't look too bad, I must say. The aircraft looks beautiful. Lighting is good. And I think you can actually see like the draw distance around me in kind of a circle. But as we get closer to the actual mainland, it'll look a little bit more beautiful. Right there was kind of just like a starting base for us, where we can exchange craft and whatnot. But the mainland is coming up now. You can see on the right there's some land formation. And we are probably going to want to pick up altitude a little bit. And essentially our energy, too, I think our fuel is in the lower left corner. You can see we're at 5,400 and dropping. And essentially we can go from location to location fueling up. And of course the faster you go, the more fuel you're going to burn through. And sometimes in order to generate lift, you'll need to have a, especially with heavy cargo, you'll need to be making sure that you got quite a lot of extra fuel and a lot of extra altitude and a lot of extra thrust, because you're going to need it. All right, let's take a look outside the aircraft again. Yeah, I do like this third-person mode just as much as I like the cockpit mode, and I'm so glad that they improved and included this, because it was a real big request. Even everybody who was watching here, you guys were all requesting, does it have cockpit mode? Where's cockpit mode? I want to see that. Well, here it is, and boy does it look cool. So we'll try to land this thing. I think the base that we're going to is a like a helicopter landing pad, like a VTOL, I guess would be the technical term. So we see the land coming up here. I wonder what those white shapes are. Are those some sort of weird trees, or maybe some strange clouds of some sort? I don't know what all that is down there. Oh, actually, this is still more of the water. But we do see some landform coming up. Oh, there we go. Are those might be creatures down there. Or maybe they're actually like outlets for air or something like that. Like thermal vents or something from the planet's subsurface. I don't know. Alright, 18 kilometers to go. Really, really like this. It looks really good. Especially since they had to make all this up. And I can actually see the cockpit chair is kind of shaking independently of the cockpit too. So I don't know if that's a graphical thing, but it looks like on occasion the actual chair that I'm sitting in shakes. As if like there's some sort of turbulence and it's independently suspended from the craft. Just to kind of make for a smoother ride. Alright, we got about 13 kilometers to go. Now we can finally see the planet. Essentially it's like Mars. There is another section to the planet that kind of looks like... It almost looks like Iceland or Norway. But this really seems like... Uh-oh, trouble. Is that a giant tornado in front of us? Okay, we might need to watch out for that. That doesn't look very, that doesn't look very good. See that there? Kinda. Oh, I don't know if that's a thing. Let's just try to go around it. Actually, it just looks like a cloud now. Okay, but over here is a volcano. We do need to watch out for that too. We don't want to fly over that. Of course, that'll damage our craft. Alright, we got about 5.2 kilometers to go. Coming up on our target now. Geysers are nearby. Volcanoes are all marked as hazards on the heads-up display. And let's go ahead and press square to go back into hover mode. Well, there is a runway here, actually. Alright, I think it's actually easier to take off than it is to land, to be honest. Also, to be honest, I don't think you can actually land like an aircraft because when you get close to the ground, I'm not sure if it actually deploys the landing gear. So we're going to land over here by this thermal vent. And one of the cool things in this game, what I praise the developers for, is this really unique way of like generating power. There's a thermal vent here under the planet, and they've built this giant fan which spins something generating power like a turbine. And they're literally using thermal power like that. I don't know if we do that on Earth at all, but that's a really unique way in this game to generate power aside from like the typical, standard windmills or solar panels. This is a little bit more interesting. Yeah, there you go. However, I do like the fact that they've decided, oh, it's probably a good idea to put this landing pad directly next to it. But it's just so it looks cool. And of course, looking cool is half the battle. So we've made our first landing. Alright, good. We are almost there. Just coming in gently now. Gently. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, very good. I've made softer landings, but way more worse than that, too. Alright, let's get squared away here. So one thing we can do now is go into the hangar to get repairs. We can change our craft to... Not every location has a hangar like that, but apparently the cargo system has been reworked, too, where we can buy cargo, sign up for jobs in order to take them to other locations. So there's all sorts of things like water and food and, samples and medical equipment and drones and other things that they need on this planet. I am just trying to park precisely now so that way we can power up our craft. We need to get it into the white parking lines. There we go. That was pretty much it right there. This aircraft is huge. Like this, I'm starting to think like this doesn't look as big anymore, but it's because I've become a little bit more experienced pilot. Alright, so this is the cargo mode. So you can actually see, this is beautiful. They've done a great job with this. It actually lists places where you can sell the uranium. That is wonderful. So now that we go into the cargo mode, it shows exactly where you are, which is the dot, and then where you need to bring it, such as the quarry M and T. Now the problem is you'll need to probably make some stops along the way, so that way you'll be able to refuel or make a little rest or something like that. So let's go ahead and recharge ourselves first. We're going to power up our craft, since we used all that battery power or fuel to get across the ocean. And then we can either go to, I don't know what PWBK is, like a power works, I think. I think it's like an offshore, some sort of a battery area of some sort. Turbarium or L-type batteries. I kind of want to go to the quarry. We'll have to fly through kind of a mountainous area, then across the ocean again, and then back to a quarry. And I believe that might be where that floating aircraft carrier is, but I could be wrong. Not floating, but it's kind of like a desert aircraft carrier. So let's go ahead and charge with that. And we can actually get multiple types of cargo, too. We can actually make a stop at that small island and drop off our Livmorium as well. So let's try that as well. Let's see if we can do that. Item does not fit in ship. Okay, so we're kind of overweight already. Otherwise, I would make more than one trip out of that. So in retrospect, if I would have picked the Livmorium, we could have dropped there first. But we can't take both at the same time, so that's okay. Alright, so how do we quit this menu then? Circle. Oh, exit at the bottom. Okay. Oh, also L-type batteries. Oh, there was even more cargo. Oh, no, that's what we're loaded with right there. So 12 tons of L-type batteries. New invention designed for heavy mining. So they need batteries or something for the miners underneath the surface. So that makes sense. Alright, so we can take off like an aircraft again. I think that's the most fun, so let's do that. So if you like these kind of sit back and chill games, this is a this game is more chill than I thought. When I first started playing it, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But it's becoming more and more of a favorite, and I hope there's more and more features added too, as it's now starting to become a real simulator, even though it's kind of all made up stuff, but at least there's something to it. These bases are really beautiful and detailed too. As I'd mentioned, you see everything from like lights around, barriers, communication arrays, power arrays, and then of course barriers everywhere, just to keep craft and such on the runway. It would be cool eventually to see more life, you know, people driving around in little like you know, six-wheelers and four-wheeler cars and things, transporting stuff. That'd be really neat. So we're going to follow the taxiway to the runway, and luckily we're always clear for takeoff. Imagine this game in multiplayer. I have said that before, but I really would like to see that again. I can't remember. Do I take a right there for the runway? That does look to be the runway there. But that could be the start of the runway back here. Let's go left. And I'll rip myself just in case we make a mistake. So the cool thing is, oh yeah, there's a goal now for somebody wanting to be picked up as well. There's kind of side quests that you can do. Really just like random jobs that come up that give you a little extra boost in cash. But when you start, you'll start on the small Icelandic island. And then you'll start with the small craft. And then work your way up to some bigger craft. Like this. So you do kind of have to go up over time and improve your skills as a pilot to prove that you can drive these things, and of course to get credits to actually to be able to afford them. Ooh, this one does not turn on a dime. I'm gonna have to make another 2-point turn on that one. There we go. I'm a little more used to the Ox at this point. The Whale I'm still getting used to, and you know, for obvious reasons, it's a big boy, but it's got a lot of extra power and can go a further distance than most of the craft too. So that's the benefit between the craft, is that you can haul heavier cargo further, which means more money, essentially. Oh, there you go. We can pick up somebody there named Daniel Gober, and we can take him wherever he needs to as well. So if you want to play taxi service, you just go to these little green ports at each base, and you can taxi people between. You can become an Uber driver essentially, and then you can bring them wherever they need to go. All right, before we start our takeoff, I'm going to make sure that we've marked our delivery point. It looks like it didn't actually mark that. We have to go down here to the quarry. Now, as you can see, we're not going to make it. That blue line ends, and we don't have enough power to make it there. So we should probably stop at the BMW BK first to pick up extra like battery power, which basically is like a refuel point. Then we can go there. So once we drop here, we should have enough power to make it the rest of the way. So when we take off, I think there's a mountain in front of us, and we got to veer left or right, and then circle around to the ocean, or rather the bay. I guess it's technically like it's probably salt water here. Yeah, I didn't even know. This is a different planet, so how would I know? All right, let's get started then. Now, these are the epic moments in Frontier Pilot Simulator that I've always enjoyed, is the takeoff. When I found that there were runways in this game, I thought it was all just like VTOL takeoffs. But when I found the runways, I was like, well, this is way more epic than I thought. So, yeah, giant mountain there. We'll have to break right, I think, to get around it. And then eventually go towards our location. This is a way more dangerous takeoff than that other one over the ocean. So I'm going to need to get every single inch of runway for takeoff. Because I think I have plowed into that mountain before, and that's not good. Okay, Danyan, Gober, we're not taking you with, bro. We got a takeoff to do. So let's take off from third person just so we can see what it looks like, and then we'll try to break right. We're also a lot heavier than we were before, so it's going to take a lot more to get up in the air. So let's see if we can do this. This is my biggest challenge as a pilot so far. Oh man, we are moving. Take off. Up. Go up. Oh my god. She did not want to leave that runway at all. Oh boy. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay. Well, it worked. Woo! I did not know if that was going to work. Okay, it did. Woo! That was crazy. I was like, oh no. I'm going right into the wall. Alright, now I cannot see anything. Alright, let's level off. Okay, 0 degrees. Oh, there we go. Woo! That was epic. That takeoff from that place is probably the most nerve-wracking thing I can do. That is crazy. All right, we're gonna work our way now to the PWBK, which I think is a new Burger King that opened up. So we're gonna go grab a couple of flame-broiled Whoppers. What do you guys want, by the way? Go ahead and let me know down below in the comments section what you'd like from Burger King, or if not Burger King, where should we go? We got to make a truck stop somewhere. Also, I'm playing this game on extremely high graphics, the most beautiful there is. So there is, on occasion, a little jump of lag, so I'm assuming that might just be due to game optimization issues. It's still early access, so I want to make that clear that the developers are far from being done with this thing. And it is starting to more and more become a favorite game of mine, and I really want to play it more. And a lot of people who were saying, you know, that they watch me play American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, that they also play Elite Dangerous on the side. So there is an interest in, for people who like flight simulators, they seem to also like trucking simulators, and for the people who like trucking simulators, there's also a market for Elite Dangerous, or this game, Frontier Pilot Simulator, which people are really, really starting to like, and I'm glad to see it. And it's good to kind of mention these games as well, because a lot of people are like, well, what is this game like? How does it feel? It certainly feels like kind of a helicopter simulator meets a cargo transport simulator, and that's nothing but praise. These are really good games. And it sounds so boring to take something from point A to point B, yet certain games recently have outsold even AAA titles. So these simulator games are starting to become more and more popular, and people are starting to really give them the credit that they deserve. And it's just the coolest thing now that we have good enough technology and graphics to actually kind of pretend that we're behind the seat or behind the wheel, or in this case in the cockpit of the whale. And what more can I say? This is the coolest thing in the world, to be able to fly a fictional aircraft, but in a kind of realistic way, doing otherwise mundane jobs. You know, transporting batteries from point A to point B doesn't sound as interesting if you were just put it on paper. But when you're here earning cash to upgrade your craft, that's different. And everything is pretty much customizable in this game. The wheels, the engines, the battery packs, all sorts of things can be upgraded in order to allow you to go further and transport bigger cargo. These batteries we're transporting are like 12 tons, so this thing certainly has a big-o capacity on it. Not only in cargo, but also lift capacity too. There's even a flying aircraft carrier in this game that's literally up in the sky, and then there's also, like I mentioned, the dirt carrier as well. So I really need to make some of those my highlights in this game, like highlight locations to go to. Alright, now you can see we're a lot heavier, so we're going to come in a lot more like a brick. I'm going to try to land there, and I believe this is like a solar panel facility or something like that. We're going to come in slow. We got about 3 minutes of fuel time left, so good thing we're coming in for a slow landing. And I had to do it to you. I had to show you the big ship, right? Like, the medium ship is pretty cool. I think that might be my personal favorite just because of how it looks. But also the whale is just like, it's big and beautiful, baby. What more could you want? And of course the Scarab is always the classic. Good for passenger transport and high-speed transport, too. Because you can really zip between the mountains and not really worry about your course that you're coming in on. Alright, speaking of course, I think we're off course a little bit. I swung in a little bit too much to the side. Wonder what it's like. Should I land in the cockpit mode? That's going to be very difficult. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'm a little nervous about that. Actually, let's try to land with the wing mode, like this. I might be able to manage this. Oh, you know what? I can't do that because I'm a little off course already. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that was a good touchdown. Well, good thing we didn't do that. Woo! I was off a little bit. But there you go. Yeah, I was switching cameras. I think for now it's probably best to land in third person, but cockpit mode is for the ultimate challenge. I'm sure people are already landing it no problem. The fan base of this game is super supportive, and they all just are aggressively loving this game. They're actually adding a lot more to this planet too, more bases and more things to explore and go to. So it's similar to all the other simulator games where they're adding new content and new locations and new cargo types. So it's a good thing. Alright, we do need to charge up here, so the only thing we can do is basically recharge. Looks like we can also pick up G-type batteries to transport elsewhere, but there's nowhere really to go. So one of the things that I suggested that the developers do, and I don't know if they listened to me, but I think the community was very vocal about saying, hey, show us some destinations that we can go to. And there they did. They show you exactly where you can go to and how much, what's the distance and how much you get for going there. And then, of course, you can just mark it on your map and pick where you want to sell it to. So that's really cool. You're kind of like a mercenary that way when you can pick and choose where you want to go. All right, the next destination then is just down here across the rest of the pass to the quarry, to the M&T. And I think, I don't know, I think the volcano is the one. I think I remember it being here where there's like a, yeah, that seems about right, where there's like a, that carrier here, the dirt carrier. I might be wrong, I don't know. Wonder what they're thinking about building there. But the canyon base, I think, is going up here somewhere. Maybe. I don't know, they're working on it. Maybe that's it. But there's all sorts of different things to explore. Yeah, I think these flat areas might be where they're adding some new stuff. So they've just flattened it out for development purposes. And there's all these vessels and things. I love that. There's like fish and crabs and things that you can transport to, and they're worth big money. All right, let's take off. Let's actually, whoa, before we take off, let's go into first person. There we go. Now we'll have our VTOL takeoff. And we're fully loaded with some heavy equipment. You can see our steering wheels are at 70%. Wait, why do steering wheels take damage when we're taking off? I guess everything takes wear and tear, so you just got to be careful about that. When we get to our destination, we just simply go to the repair, and then we're good. Alright, looks like the quarry mine is pretty much on the nose. We'll get a little bit more altitude before we switch to aircraft mode. I didn't even know that was in the game, by the way. I was such a noob that when I discovered it, I was like, oh my god, they have they have aircraft mode? That's amazing. And they certainly did, and it was so cool. Alright, we're falling fast, because we are not going very far. Pick up the nose, Dino Man. There we go. Yeah, that's why you want to gain a little more altitude before you go. But that makes it a little bit more exciting, I suppose. Like, oh, are we going to crash? Ooh, some rain. A cyclone. Hold on, it's going to quake a little. Uh-oh. Really? Am I literally driving into a storm? Oh, look at that. I didn't know they would do that. There's rain on the windshield like that. Is that how... Oh, that is cool. Well, it's actually on the visor, not on, like, the cockpit window. It's a neat little effect. That's pretty cool. Wow, alright. I didn't know there was rain in this game. Wow, and that... Oh, I thought that was lightning. It's actually us breaking the sound barrier. Okay. So we're going to the right a little bit. Oh, there's lightning. Hold on a second. I didn't know I was going to be flying through a deadly storm. Now, hold on a second. This wasn't part of the deal. I was just supposed to fly. I was just supposed to drop off some batteries. That's all. I'm just like UPS for Mars. Alright, let's see. There's a whole lore about the planet, too. It's definitely not Mars, but it's really the easiest way I can explain what it is. Oh boy, we're going to have to go into IFV, instrument flight, here in a second. Because I cannot see where we're going. We got to watch out for that geyser on the right. Okay, good. We were like almost 1,000 meters away from it. Uh-oh. Where are we going? I can't see anything. Okay, we're heading down. Trying to use our instrument. Ooh, that wind is blowing in from the wet. It's tipping us over. Yeah, it's pushing us left. I'm trying to keep her steady. Wow, we're going down fast. I gotta keep this nose up. I'm fighting this storm now. It is pushing us. Okay, we're close to this mine. Let's switch to helicopter mode. I can't even see what I'm doing. This is crazy. Okay, we're 1,400 meters above the surface. Let's see if we can get a little lower here. Oh boy, I don't want to go that high. Uh-oh. Gyro stabilizer damaged. Oh, we're going crazy. Oh boy. Uh-oh, it's getting bad. We got 3 minutes to land. Okay, we're losing all sorts of control. Gyro stabilizer's damaged from the storm. Okay, this is Dino 1. We have a mid-air event. I don't want to say it's Mayday, but little help. I'm gonna need a tow truck. All right, we're spinning all sorts of ways. All right, gyro stabilizer's almost repaired. Okay, good. All right, sort it out. We need to pick up speed a little bit, or altitude. Okay, I see something below us. Man, imagine flying this thing in the actual cockpit. Let's go back into cockpit mode. Oh, we can see again. Perfect. Oh, I thought it was all over. Okay, where's the base? Okay, it's about 3 kilometers this way. 4. Okay, let's pick up our altitude a little bit. Oh, we're going down. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're making it. Okay, let's keep on going. I gotta find this base quick. We got 2 minutes. I think it's right up here. We just gotta climb a little higher. Well, I had to make my way out of that storm. Okay, Dino 1, we're on course to the place, wherever that is. Oh, there's a giant quarry down there. That is so cool. All right, where's the landing pad? Oh, there's a runway. What the? No, I didn't want to disengage the engines. What happened? No, I hit a button. Oh. Okay, oh, that's fine. I got insurance. Okay, we're fine. Okay, the engine's good. No, I'm fine. Good. And perfect. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, I think we made it. Oh my goodness. Wow, that wind was still blowing me around. Oh wait, where did this oh, this view, you could see where all the crazy winds were coming from. Look at how quickly it blew me into this area. Alright, the landing zone is just down there. I think we can make it. Oh my goodness. We're on fire. All sorts of crazy stuff from that cyclone. I don't know if we have enough power to actually take off. I don't have enough power to get down there now. Okay, let's see if there's actually a road that goes that way. I think I can call for emergency repair. So that's one cool thing in this game. Hold on. We're not beat yet. All we got to do is call for emergency repair. I forget exactly how to do that. Let's see. Oh, R to repair for... Yep, okay. Okay, let's see. From the nearest base. Alright, so we called for repair. So a repair drone just came over. Zipped over here to repair us. It's not over yet, folks. That was an insane wind. I've never seen that before in this game. I've certainly made plenty of perfect landings before, but this certainly wasn't one of them. Alright, this one we can actually make. Look at all that wind. All those green arrows is all the heavy wind blowing in here. That's insane. Alright, so I called for a repair drone that flew out from this base to kind of repair us a little bit and give us some extra oomph. Some extra battery power. So we should be able to make this. So let's come in real casual, real close now. Where's the runway? Wait, is this the... Oh, this is the mobile... Oh, I think this is it. This is exactly what I thought it was. Yeah, you can see all the treads down there for what seems to be like a mobile runway at this quarry. Cool, I'm glad I got to show you this. Yeah, good luck taking off from here. Do you think we could do it? I don't think so. Alright, let's turn ourselves right. That's awesome. So I'm glad that happened, because I get to show you the fact that, yeah, if you happen to crash or have some sort of a malfunction, like we did, wear and tear on the craft, or you get, you know, take a little damage from turbulence, that type of thing, there is ways to repair yourself. Oh, it's R3. If you press R3 on the PlayStation 4 controller, That's what brought up all those wind markers. Okay. I don't remember my own hotkeys. Kind of flying blind. But there you go. It's just because you suck, YouTuber. That's right. That's right. But I'm the one actually landing the craft here. And landing it is half the battle. And there we go. Touchdown, baby. Sweet! Alright, not too bad. Alright, let's mosey ourselves into position to drop off the batteries. Yeah. That's right, I got my own delivery company now. So one thing I'd love to see from the developers, I'm sure they're watching because they really like when, you know, YouTubers play and give it a try, is would love to see customization of the craft. I'd love to be able to paint, put my own logo on here. You know, just drop a cool little logo in a, you know, a PNG into a file and then just be able to select it, put my logo on the back of the craft or something like that. You know, start my own transport company. That'd be a lot of fun. So let's sell these batteries now. So how much money do we make from that? We made 16,473 credits for selling that here. So that's some good times. Look at that. We've got a crane that comes out of our own craft. Look at that. And it gets picked up and dropped off. And then we can pick up more stuff, and the game continues over and over and over again. There's water that we can transport. I don't think there's any buyers for some of that stuff now. Oh, we can bring something right back to the power plant for 2,300. Not the biggest amount of money in the world. We'd probably want to transport something like the tritium water, but unfortunately, no buyers on that at the moment. Looks like the only thing now is Tiberium for 5,000. Now, I wonder if we could load up with both. 7 plus, 11. That's going to be 18 tons. There's no possible way we could haul all that. Well, let's try to go back to the battery section. And let's do a carrier takeoff now in first-person aircraft mode. If we crash, we crash. But there is an insurance policy in the game. If that happens, you eject from your craft, and then you just start back there, and they give you a new one. It's all kind of part of the game, crashing and bumping into things. It's like when you get red lights or when you run red lights or cause damage to other vehicles in other games. That's kind of how it goes. Alright. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going to actually... This wingspan is going to clip the edge of that carrier, isn't it? Let's try to maneuver ourselves a little bit more to the left. So I think this... I literally think this thing has treads underneath it, and like it can move around. And that's kind of like the whole quarry theme of these giant vehicles moving on treads. Be cool to see more vehicles kind of moving around down there. But they're definitely doing some mining. I wonder if they have that giant bucket miner going on. Alright, so where's the wind coming from here? So it's going to blow us to the left, so we need to be real cautious about that. We're going to be flying into the wind. So let's go back into this mode just to scoot. And let's give her a shot. Alright, here we go. Full power. Oh my god. Accidentally tapped square, but... Okay, we're doing it. Give me the lift. You see the landing gear come out? It's all automatic. It was like, oh, I don't know if I trust you. It's like, just do it. Wow, we did it. Alright, I don't know if I set the cargo this time. I did not... I don't think I set that on the map, did I? Wow. I need to figure out my rudder controls, otherwise we're doing all sorts of crazy spins and everything like that, but... Okay, we need to head back to the P&K. It's on here somewhere. Alright, everyone. Well, that is it for our first look, then, at the new updates to Frontier Pilot Simulator. If you'd like to get the game, you can check Steam. I'll leave some links and stuff down below for you. I'm going to head back over to the BK and grab some whatever you guys wanted. I'm going to fly back there and drop off that cargo, wherever it may be. And I will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for supporting. And to the devs of Frontier Pilot Simulator, thanks for asking me to check this game out, because I really enjoyed it. Really immensely. I continue to enjoy it with each update. And I hope you do, too. So, until next time, you all take care. Have a fantastic day. And, yeah, I didn't die. I bumped into some things, but I didn't die. And that's half the battle. Alright, y'all. Take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Was that Earth? Wave bye to Earth. Bye, Earth.